Eric here. My peeps told me I had to call you to make sure you were actually at the factory. So, are you at the factory? Actually, don't answer that. I can tell from the ambient noises coming through your phone that you are. Did you also tell your rents you were going to stay over at Tina's place for the next 5 nights? Because you better. I know firsthand how protective your mom is, and the last thing we need is her berating us for something that is, honestly, your fault. I mean, it was a pretty easy bet. Still can't believe you lost it. Anyways, I checked the place out myself earlier today, to make sure there wasn't anything that would actually kill you. And I found out that this place surprisingly still has some of its power on, mostly for the lights and security systems. But don't ask me who still pays the electricity bill. Because of that, you also can't go anywhere outside of the warehouse department without a key card, which means you are probably in that gigantic hallway with no light bulbs for some reason. I mean, hey, that does ensure it's scarier for you. What's that? You found a working camera tablet. Well, ain't that handy? If my assumptions are correct, then it's gotta be an SASS system. Those were the most commonly used security systems by companies because of how cheap they were. If that is the case, then that also means the cameras are connected with all the phones in this building. Yeah, I'll be real with you. I have no idea why they thought that feature was a good idea, other than the fact that security guards could use it to prank call all the employees in that room. Oh, by the way, since you're in the warehouse department and this was a robot manufacturing factory after all, there probably are some old robots from decades ago that nobody cares about anymore. Too bad you can't see them though, because of them being hidden inside the storage rooms, which can also only be accessed by keycard, so only something from the inside can open it. But since the power for this place is still on, there may be a possibility that some of the robots are still partially active. If that is true, and you start seeing old robots from crappy old restaurants walking around, maybe you can use that phone thing on your cameras to prank call them. I mean, that is a better option than just sleeping through the whole night, right? One more thing before I go. If you really don't like sitting around in a pitch-black hallway, you could use that flashlight from your cell phone to light it up. But it probably wouldn't work because of the condition of your phone. I mean, I've seen you drop it so many times, it's a miracle it still works at all. And I remember you tried to use the flashlight feature once, but all it gave out was a big flash. But I guess that is better than nothing, I suppose. Alright, I've been talking long enough now, and I really gotta go to sleep now if I don't want to fall on my desk in class tomorrow. Remember, at 6 a.m. you can storm out of there and be proud of yourself for not being a chicken. So, good night. today because I gotta watch my sleep schedule more often. But I did want to say congratulations for that first night. I mean, when you showed up in class today, you really didn't act like anything scary happened to you. Though I am a bit curious why you didn't want to share anything of what you saw with us. But hey, you can keep it to yourself for all I care. Anyways, I checked the place out again after school to see if you had done anything there. Despite the fact that I found nothing, I did start to notice a pattern of vents. Like I'm sure if you were to check the cameras right now, you would start to notice that there's a vent in every single room. And the size of them, you could probably crawl inside them if you wanted to. Though it's not really that important, so just forget about it. Oh, by the way, those robots I told you about. I know I said last night you could prank call them by using a phone and one of the cameras to get their attention. But I think if you used it while a robot was already inside one of those rooms doing something, that would probably scare it off somewhere else. That's all from me for tonight. Just do what you did last night. You're fine. See you tomorrow.